guys, in this video I'll be doing a comprehensive analysis on the top 3 at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. As you just saw, a new champion was crowned, that being Lunsford. Hadi Choopan placed 2nd and Samson Dauda placed 3rd. All 3 guys really brought it to this show, and if you were watching it live, you could see that the judges were, really putting these guys through some extensive posing. Now, for the judging criteria of this video, the competitor that wins the pose will get 2 points, the competitor who comes in 2nd will get 1, and 3rd place will receive 0. Now, before the video starts, if you guys are enjoying my content, liking and subscribing would be much appreciated. I'm trying to reach 10K by the end of the year, and any support helps. With that all being said, let's get into this video. Alright, so here's the first pose, the front double, and each guy brings a very unique and totally different package to the stage. Samson has the best, most dominant structure, Derek has the best V-taper and X-frame, and Hadi has the most dense and hard muscularity. Starting with Samson, his structure really makes him stand out. His large limbs really take up a lot of space, however, his arm and quad separation is lacking just a bit in comparison to the other two. Derek has insane proportions, which make him stand out as well, as his lats are incredibly, insane, and his incredibly small midsection are just really ridiculous. His arm separation is definitely much better than last year. However, his quads still need a bit more sweep. Hadi has the best arms in my opinion in terms of shape and separation, and his V-taper, while it might not be the best, he does still have a tight midsection and the most grainy conditioning. For placings, I'd have to give Samson 3rd here though. His arms are the least impressive, and he lacks the deep separation and hardness that the other two have. On paper, Hadi should take this one due to his muscularity and conditioning advantage. However, Derek's shape and wow factor may sway the judges in his favor. Personally, I'd be inclined to give Derek the win, as his X-frame is insane, whereas Hadi looks super complete, but doesn't necessarily blow me away. Here's the front lat spread, and here Samson's amazing structure shines. While he doesn't have superb conditioning, his muscles look round and full, and his quads are clearly the best in terms of shape, and he fills out the pose tremendously in the lats. Derek looks much improved in this pose, however his chest still looks rather shallow, and his midsection doesn't look as small as it did in the front double. Moreover, his lack of quad sweep holds him back just a little bit, but he does fill out the pose really well. Hadi looks phenomenal here. He has basically mastered the pose for his frame, as everything looks spot on. I think this pose comes down to Hadi and Samson, as they have superior chests and quads and look a lot more comfortable in the pose. Derek doesn't necessarily look bad, however, he is edged out just slightly by the other two. So between Samson and Hadi, I have to give this one to Samson. His chest looks to be the fullest, he has the most width and the best V-taper, and his quads look phenomenal. The side chest is really an amazing pose for all 3 guys. Immediately, my eyes are drawn to Samson due to his height advantage. His arms and shoulders look tremendous, and so does his chest. However, the other 2 shorter competitors possess similar levels of development and mass. Lower body-wise, all 3 guys have great detail in the side leg. However, Samson easily has the least detail in the glutes. That being said, he has better quad and hamstring detail than Hadi, and has a really nice calf development. Derek looks great in the side leg and shows some of the driest conditioning. However, he seems to be getting outsized by the other 2 in the hamstring and quad. From the upper body, it is extremely close. However, my list from best to worst would go as follows: Samson, Derek, Hadi. Samson's incredible structure and posing execution really stands out to me, and although he may lack in conditioning, his size and height advantage surely make up for it. Derek and Hadi are definitely close behind though. However, Derek looks wider in the upper body and impresses me more in terms of separation in the lower half. For that reason, he would ever so slightly beat Hadi in this pose. Now we are moving into the first back pose, the rear double, and here's where Derek and Hadi pull ahead of Samson. Both have far superior backs on smaller frames, which accentuates the width and size they have. Samson's back just lacks lower back thickness and overall width for his frame, and his glutes are nowhere near the condition of the other 2. That being said, he does have some great calves, arms, and hamstrings. However, the other guys possess similar positive attributes. Between Derek and Hadi, both have amazing backs lacks conditioned glutes and dugout hamstrings. However, Derek excels a bit more in, every aspect over Hadi. His back is drier, wider, and thicker in the traps. He has way better glutes in terms of separation and equally as dry hamstrings. His arms look drier too. However, Hadi does have better size in the delts. Hadi just looks a bit less conditioned in the lower back and glutes, which matters a lot when the competition is so close. For this reason, Derek would win. Hadi would place a close second, while Samson is in third. Here's the rear lat spread, and this pose is basically the same story as the last one. Samson's glutes and back conditioning hold him back just a little bit. However, he does look much improved in the back development overall. Hadi and Derek possess similar attributes here. However, Derek once again is drier, wider, and grainier in the back, has the best separation in the glutes, and equally as separated hamstrings. Hadi does look really good. However, he falls behind just a little bit in the width and wow factor departments. So I've got to give Derek a clear-cut win. Hadi second place, with Samson not too far away from Hadi in third. The side tricep is an excellent shot for all three guys. I'm immediately impressed with Hadi here though, as his midsection is the tightest and the most streamlined. His arm and tricep combination looks great, and his far pec is the most striated. Samson and Derek both look great. However, Derek looks to be far drier than Samson in the upper body, which is noticeable in the tricep delt and even in the legs as well. I think Samson would get the third place spot here, with Derek and Hadi once again fighting for first place. Derek really opens up and showcases his width. However, Hadi's upper body looks near perfection. The side leg detail is a no-brainer here though, as Derek wins it decisively with way better separation and detail. Hadi has a great side leg too, with arguably a larger hamstring. However, Derek has much more detail. It is pretty even in my opinion for the overall shot. However, Derek has a slightly better arm and shoulder. Although Hadi has a great midsection with comparable shape, I think he loses this pose to Derek. So I have to give Derek the win, with Hadi in second and Samson in third. Here's the ab and thigh, and in this pose we can see that Derek is pulling a vacuum. Now I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think that vacuum should count in the ab and thigh pose? Let me know down below in the comments. Now regardless, Derek does look amazing and stands out the most to me. That V-taper with those tremendous lats just looks insane, and his quads don't even seem that bad. Hadi has the best ab and just ab development overall. I don't know what else to say. Midsection development, with his serratus and abs looking to be the most detailed and defined out of almost any competitor today. His quads look great too. However, they are somewhat lacking in definition. The same can be said about Samson, as his quads are lacking in clean separation but do have some very pleasing striations. His abs are by far the worst though, with that unesthetic split in the middle, and he has the most lackluster V-taper considering his dominant frame. Between Derek and Hadi it is close. However, I would have to give it to Derek. His V-taper is phenomenal and his quads showcase the most detail. However, if he was hitting a conventional ab and thigh, I would easily give the pose to Hadi. This could go either way between them, to be honest, and I will take that into account later. For now though, I'd give this pose to Derek, with Hadi only a fraction's worth away in second place and Samson in a rather distant third. Here's the most muscular, and wow guys, take a look at Hadi's trademark chest striations, by far the most conditioned guy in that area between all three guys. He also has the best midsection, phenomenal quads, great arms, and amazing delts. Samson looks tremendous here too, with amazing arms, a thick chest, and crazy traps. However, separation in all of those areas is rather lackluster. Derek looks really full. However, his chest, arms, and shoulders look a bit soft in comparison to Hadi. Personally, I'd have to give this one handily to Hadi. I feel like freaky conditioning, hardness, and muscularity is what you look for here, and Hadi checks all three of those boxes. I'd give Derek second place, as he has freaky size and great shape, but a bit less condition, with Samson in third place because of the lack of conditioning. Alright guys, that about does it for this analysis of the top 3 at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. I had Derek winning this one with 11 points, Hadi in second with 8, and Samson in third with 4. If you were to give the ab and thigh to Hadi, he would have 9 points, with Derek having 10. Either way, I think Derek handily and rightfully won this year's Olympia. It definitely wasn't a robbery, and he won it by virtue of shape and improvements, kind of like the same way he beat Sean Clarida to win the 212 Olympia. Now, let let me know down below if you guys agree with my judgment of this Olympia or the overall placings of the actual thing. If you enjoyed, a like and sub would be much appreciated, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.